Hello, welcome to another Draisine 160 video. Today I am going to show you the work I've been doing on my new layout. I say new, but I'm actually recycling part of the old layout. You'll remember that I had this very nice model of a Moutier station, which is in the Limousin, and I didn't really want to lose it. There was a lot of work that went into this, and so in the plans for the new layout, I've simply made it into a double track setup. I've changed the layout slightly around in terms of how it has the track feeding into it, and rather than the points all diverging from the actual main baseboard, they actually have some turnouts that are just a bit off the side, which means that longer trains can be accommodated. So we're going to go for a little ride along the line now. We've got the Colas ballast train that I've got here, and the reason I've got this one is simply because it's quite reliable and it doesn't always uncouple and it's not too spluttery. So we're going round the corner here. This is the branch that goes off from this line, and it's you'll see where that goes a little bit later on the video, but the line is going down in height here from about 10 centimetres to about 5 centimetres as it approaches the main station board. So we've got this main station board with a depot, and we've got some carriage sidings off to one side, and we'll show you a bit more detail about this a bit later on. But effectively I'm hoping to recreate Limoges, which is quite a good size station and quite architecturally interesting, as anyone who will have seen the station will agree. It's probably one of the most beautiful stations in the world, and so my intention is to model this, and so the layout has taken a few liberties with the track work. Obviously the track work is quite challenging for Limoges, and there's two tracks going south. In this case, as you can see here, there's actually four, and that just helps me have two sets of two tracks going around the layouts. And it's rising up again here, and here the branch lines diverge, and they have a bit of time being single track lines here, and so it's going to be a bit more mountainous terrain in this location, and this is the rural side of the board. And I'm just going to let the train go off for a few moments now, and I'll talk you through the progress I'm going to look to make in the next few weeks and months on this section here. So I've got two bridges that were being installed here. They're to allow the the Vienne River to meander through the layout in this scene, and it will continue to go off scene but then reappear here, pass under the railway line again, and pass between the main line and a Moutier before exiting at the bridge that's just to the left of the picture there. As you can see, we have a bit more of a zoom in now, and I'll be doing a little bit more of the village of Moutier, and back to Limoges. And what we're going to do now is going to go on the main line for a few moments. So this is the line that will be going, in my world, it's going down to Toulouse, and so it's going under the branch lines here. You will have seen that a few moments ago, and it's probably going to be in a cutting at this point, and then it's coming out of the cutting now, which will be alongside the river, and it's going to be just behind the sidings here, which we can talk about now. We can see the whole setup of the sidings here, and this is the where the train's going now will be in a tunnel, and the S-curve there will be meandering around what's going to be a small hill, and then it appears and comes out at the Gare Bois, or the wood sidings. It's just going to be a simple concrete hard standing in this location adjacent to the railway, with a few vehicles that will just service it. And here's it from the other angle. It's a very simple setup. The idea is train comes in, runs around it, goes back out. But of course, if it was coming from Limoges, you'd have to do a run around manoeuvre in a Moutier, so it gives a bit of operational interest. See the train stammering a little bit there. I've still got to iron out some of the issues with the track. There's some power issues in it every so often, which I'm going to iron out in the next few weeks. And it's coming into the city now, and this particular patch I'm thinking of putting a motorway underneath the railway in this location, and then it's coming underneath a bridge, which will be a much smaller bridge when I get around to finishing it, but there is a bridge in real life, roughly in where this location is, which would be just north of the depot. The depot is going to be a small interpretation of Limoges to probably just be the front end of it due to the size constraints. You can see my X72 500 there, just a bit of work in progress at the moment, just waiting for the chassis to arrive. And then you got these sort of carriage sidings there of the Limoges where the auto rails are commonly held. There's one of my XR6000 auto rail trailers. It's a busy day. Normally it's not really that busy at all, but yeah, I decided to put in some of my Drazeens on the maintenance bay, and you can see my TRs carriages there that are awaiting some waterslide transfers that I'm looking to make soon. There's a load of locomotives and rolling stock out just because I've been testing them today and just seeing if they need servicing, because it's been years since I've used any of these. It's since before I moved house. So yeah, the colas train has rather unfortunately stopped there for a few moments. I don't know why. It's one of those things. I think there's a dead patch of track. But as you can see, it's going to be quite an impressive station. There'll be a lot of scope for running a lot of different types of trains. Another thing I've added to the south is some more sidings there, just so that I can put a loco after doing a loco change. So that's it, really. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the video, and if you've got any questions, post them below, and I'll hopefully do some videos of the progress as it carries on.